Let's quickly move on and now put the spotlight on the consumer durables sector as the festive season is getting into full bloom. Aquarius, in a recent note, has said that industry dynamics remain extremely comforting. To talk about the key trends, we have with us Nilesh Gupta, MD Vijay Sales, and Anand Agarwal, CFO at V-Mart Retail. Gentlemen, thanks very much for joining in. Mr. Gupta, if I could start with you. So what's the sense you have this time around? What is the anticipation? Like festive season last year and compared to this year, what's the kind of growth you are anticipating?
So good morning, everybody. I think this year is going to be much better than last year. Although we had a good season last year also, but looking at the trends which we have seen on the 2nd of October, and yesterday was the first festival day, Navratra, and the way the consumers are coming in, I think we are in for a very good season. That's what.
Do you want to put some numbers to that, Mr. Gupta? How much better could this festive season be versus last year?
So I think we should be looking at a growth of anywhere between 7 to 10%. And mind you, possibly there is more chances of growth, but the issue is everybody maxes out during the season. So even if the consumer demand is more, nobody will be able to do more than 7 to 10% growth. And I think that's the max what can be done in a festive season.
Got that. And can you break that up category-wise? Say electronics, what's the expected growth there?
So basically, I think the driver of the Diwali would be definitely electronics would be more, but appliances also does well. So across the category, we find that we'll get a good growth across the category. But one thing which is going to be very good, which we were very skeptical, because last year, the second summer was very good. In fact, the main summer had just got totally lost out because of the incessant rain during the summer. And we had a good second summer, especially in the west part of the country and the south. And this year again, since last 1 week, we have been seeing rising temperatures. So AC growth is also expected. But across the category, I think we'll be seeing the growth.
Absolutely. Temperatures have flipped and how. Gentlemen, good morning, Mr. Gupta and Mr. Agarwal. Prashant here. Mr. Agarwal, if I can come to you, what are you seeing out there? What should we expect from your business and the categories that you're in for the festive period?
I think we remain quite buoyant and optimistic. I think we're definitely seeing better footfalls as compared to at least the last couple of years. This year has definitely been better. There is definitely better consumer sentiment that we are able to witness. Last quarter definitely had been quite good. And the start of this festive, as Mr. Gupta was also saying, I think has been quite promising. The monsoons this year have been very good. So thereby, at least the rural areas or the semi-urban areas where we tend to operate more are definitely looking more promising. We're quite hopeful to have at least, mid to high single-digit like-to-like sales growth. And that's what we have planned in terms of our inventory buildup and what our operations are going to, look like. But definitely, as of now, it's a bit early, but definitely looks very promising.
In Q2, the update that you provided, Mr. Agarwal, same-store sales growth was 15%. What can we expect for the October to December period? I mean, is there any indication at all?
So I think we'll still want to look at least, mid to high single digit. Quarter two is a small quarter, and also we had a benefit of last year low base. But I think quarter three has always been a very, very good quarter, very big quarter. So improving on that on a high base in double digit will be challenging. So I would right now look at, first to get at mid to high single digit.
Okay. Mr. Agarwal, so that explains why I think sort of full year level you're still talking about high single digits, and you're not talking about double digits just yet, right? So, okay, get it. So you're taking a slightly more conservative approach in terms of the guidance. But give us some more color on the revenue that you would hope to do on the back of this kind of same-store sales growth. And also, which are the markets where you're seeing sort of maximum growth at this point in time? Just some more geographical color as well.
Sure. So we're definitely slightly more overweight on East India and South India. We see that as a very, very big opportunity areas. East, particularly, we have not been very strong, but we have built up our portfolio this year in East. In fact, we have opened almost like 15, 17 stores so far in this year in East India alone. And we're quite bullish on South as well. South, as you know, we operate under the brand name of Unlimited. And we're looking at ramping up our presence in South significantly. And we're seeing good results coming in from both East as well as South. So that's two areas where we are definitely working on. In terms of how the overall sales should look like this year, I think we should definitely clock better than what we did last year in terms of the growth percentage. I think if we are able to look at high single-digit same-store sales growth and around 10 to 12% area addition, I think we should be conservatively be looking at around 15% plus at least for the full year.
Mr. Gupta, one final question then. Quick commerce has now expanded to electronics. We know a lot of Indians ordered iPhone 16 on many of the quick commerce sites like, Blinkit and I think Big Basket. How would you assess the threat of quick commerce for a company like yours and the industry?
So I think when online came in, the same question was asked, online has come in, so what's going to happen to the brick and mortar? So the same thing, my answer at that time also was the same, and today also I'll reply in the same way. The best part is in the country, the market is growing. So there's going to be a room for all the players. So there would be consumers who would want to buy instantly and they may go for quick commerce. There would be consumers who are okay to wait but want a deal and they may buy from wherever he gets a deal. And there would be a consumer who say, no, I want the traditional way. I want to go check out. Let us also understand that our product is not something which is discretionary. It's once in a year or once in 3-4 years purchase. People would want to touch and feel also. So I think there's a market for all, and like what online did for the industry, I think quick commerce will do the same. It will grow the market, expand the market. So I'm quite okay. Or rather, I would say I'm happy that more and more interest is coming in our industry.
Mr. Gupta, I can completely concur with you on that one. There are different types of customers and consumers. I'm clearly in the other category. I have trouble, guys, buying like curtains and stuff online. So forget buying high-value items like, phones worth lakhs of rupees. So absolutely, I think there's scope for all kinds of consumers out there. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining in. Really appreciate you being with us on the show today.